sorry, that's for a Democrat show.
Let me know when you're ready.
No matter what the technical difficulty is, this man is a professional. He goes all the way.
What you represent to them is freedom.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator. We're tearing it up on Wednesday night. This is awesome. This
will allow me to retort.
Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver of Common Sense show. 8 p.m. on shrmedia.com.
Actually, I just totally screwed up. This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense show. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm making sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover's here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want a kick-ass t-shirt, go to Reaver.one and click on the shop button. How is everybody doing today? Hopefully you're having a good day. Because so far, I am. Let's see. We got a couple videos to play the first thing. I'm going to be playing, following the AFC Division 18-16 victory over Kansas City Chiefs, Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown celebrated by streaming on Facebook Live the post-game locker room atmosphere. Now, why I'm playing this, not because I give a shit that what was said in there. I seem to remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, after Trump won, well, when that whole video came out, I should say, all these players came out and said that they don't speak a certain way in a locker room. There's no cussing. There's no nothing. You know, they played that everything's innocent. Well, I do protest because there seems to be a lot of cussing.
Man, when you get to this point in the journey, man, not a lot needs to be said.
Fuck no.
Let's say very little moving forward. Let's start our preparation. We spotted these assholes a day and a half. They played yesterday. Our game got moved to tonight. We're going to touch down at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. So be it. We'll be ready for the ass. But you ain't got to tell them we coming. Because some of us here might not like the damn wolf stickers and shit. The check signing, right? Keep it low profile. Let's get ready to ball like this up again here in a few days and be right back at it.
Let's go.
Hey, man, that's our story.
We got 25K running out of shit. Running.
A lot of cussing for supposed to be a clean locker room that I heard about. Listen, I don't give a shit what they said in there. I don't care if there's cussing. I just remember after that whole Trump locker room talk incident, everybody claimed that locker rooms are, a thing of perfect conversation. Nobody's saying anything wrong. They try to play all innocent to attack Trump. Well, there's just a random video. And is it bad what they were saying? No. But there is a thing called locker room talk. But, of course, the liberals ignore that. Most people aren't probably picking up on that. I'm just an asshole and I pick up on certain things. Now to something kind of big. Mr. James O'Keefe is at it again. And it's a good thing that he's at it again. He may have stumbled upon and stopped some very important, I'm going to say, not important, some terrorist activity. It's been turned over to the police, what he's found. Actually, FBI. And it's absolutely ridiculous that these people think they can take it upon themselves to do whatever they want. Or let me rephrase that. They could do whatever they want because their feelings are hurt and they don't like Trump. And it's not done with. They think they're out of the woods because they're saying they purposely they knew they were being filmed, so they came up with this idea to hatch. We're gonna give false information and make this extravagant plan and bullshit. Well, it's very easy to tell. Because in the video, you'll hear him talking about scouting a hotel for some activity. And if it was a fake plan, which they sent letters saying that they had scouted, all the FBI has to do is pull the video cameras from that hotel to see if they actually showed up. And if they showed up, then that was a real activity they were trying. Well, we're going to play the video. Stop having me stammer and stutter and act like an idiot today. So, which is not different from any other day. Oh, shnikes, where'd it go? Actually, I'm going to go straight to Mr. O'Keefe's video that he posted. Now, there's supposed to be a new video coming out today. It did drop, and we will play it right after. Wait, I don't know if number 2's... he's got a couple videos. Bear with me, there's a bunch of... Yeah, all this information was turned over to the FBI. All right, here's part 1 investigation.
Hey, I just want to say one thing to the person on the phone.
Can you please move
Bob
on
Kramer
my way?
sends his regards.
The next 4 years, we are going to fight Trump and everything he stands for with no quarter asked, no quarter given, no mercy of any kind.
Throw them all under the bus. I mean, just fuck it up. I like the idea of the goal being that they have to pull the inauguration inside.
Be prepared to help make the inauguration a giant clusterfuck.
Shortly after the election, we started getting tips that radical groups are planning to derail President-elect Trump's inauguration, perhaps even trying to shut down the city of Washington, D.C. Various groups, some old, some new, have gathered together under the Disrupt J20 umbrella. Progress Unity Fund, Workers' World Party, Americans Take Action, Answer Coalition, and many more. Today's investigation focuses on these guys from the D.C. Anti-Fascist Coalition.
The message has to be that, we do not recognize the city government either. If you try to close this down, we will look for your house, we will burn it, we will physically fight the police if they try to clear one of our places. We will go to war, and you will lose.
Early on, one of our journalists was sent an email inviting him to a planning meeting.
Wait, I got to replay that for a second. Let me see where it
the
is.
Deplorablest Coalition.
The message has to be that, we do not recognize the city government either. If you try to close this down, we will look for your house, we will burn it, we will physically fight the police if they try to clear one of our places. We will go to war.
We will burn down your house. That's not really something I would say on a video that we were planning. Saying we're going to go to war. Yeah. I got a message for liberals who think that they're big and bad. Remember this. The majority of you, a large majority of you, and this is not a threat. I don't understand their thinking. They're against guns. They don't own guns, but they're threatening to go to war with America against the group that is like 95% armed. And you want to make threats saying you're going to go to war with them. That is the dumbest comment I've ever heard.
you will lose.
Early on, one of our journalists was sent an email inviting him to a planning meeting. The discussion centered around disrupting the Deploraball, a big pro-Trump inaugural ball scheduled the night before the inauguration.
I mean, it would be really interesting if you could stop them from having the Deploraball at all. Yeah.
It was at this meeting where we met Scott Green, Luke Kuhn, and Colin Dunn. They were very gung-ho and clearly well-versed in the dark arts of sabotage.
We already know what you're all there for, so we won't be... Okay, so we don't have to use the word deplorable at all. Yeah. And things like that. So just in case there are yahoos in there...
Through emails, another meeting was set up at the infamous Comet Ping Pong Pizza Restaurant in Northwest Washington, D.C.
I was thinking of things that would ruin the evening, ruin their outfits, or otherwise make it impossible to continue with their plans, make sure they get nothing accomplished.
The Deploraball is being held here at the National Press Club in downtown Washington, D.C. The plan set off butyric acid stink bombs, forcing everyone to evacuate the premises.
Understand that butyric acid, and it's in a gaseous form, in an aerated form, or aerosol, I should say, is very easily ignitable. That's what these idiots don't realize.
Kind of butyric acid, I don't care how big the building is, it's closed and it's staying closed for a while.
And this stuff is, it's very efficient. It's very, very smelly, it lasts a long time, and a little of it goes a long way.
If we repeated the original plan, we could use all that same stuff. And I can rig the cans with a plunger, some stiff rubber bands, and a safety pin thing, so all you got to do is pull the pin and press the plunger, the whole can discharges.
This is the way we have to brainstorm and think, what can we do that will accomplish the mission?
So that is bad enough. That stuff is nasty enough that it will spread.
It will get into the HVAC system and hit the whole building.
The best possible location to get to it is the air intake grill for the entire HVAC.
Yeah.
The actions could constitute a violation of anti-terrorism laws, a felony with a possible 5-year prison sentence and a significant fine. As the meeting continued, Colin Dunn and Scott Green made a plan to scout the location where the Deploraball is being held.
You want to case the place?
I can do that.
I mean, you want to do it together?
Say, it may work better with two people. That way it's not one person's memory saying, here's where everything is.
Yeah.
There was also talk about setting off the fire alarm sprinklers in the building. Plan B, if the stink bomb effort failed.
I know, I'm trying to think through how to get all the sprinklers up at once. There's usually a piece of fusible metal or a piece of glass and a liquid in it that'll blow. I need to research it to make sure that we can actually get them to all trigger if we trigger one.
Yeah. They're coming up with plans that, in theory, can just cause a little disruption. In reality, in today's atmosphere with terrorism, could cause panic and death. So because their little feelings are hurt, they're putting people's lives at risk. Again, I keep going to this. But imagine, close your eyes and imagine, this is 2008 and conservatives are planning this. What would we hear from the incoming administration and the Democrats? Or just imagine it's Hillary Clinton.
And the added benefit, everybody as they walk outside will get freezing cold.
Yes.
A few days later, our journalist received this email from Scott Green. Quote, "The reconnaissance went pretty well, and we left with the confidence that we can accomplish our objective with no negative consequences for our side, nor any collateral damage. We determined that the risks posed by these potential crimes were of such a magnitude that we decided to alert law enforcement. Last week, our journalist met with agents from the FBI, the Secret Service, and the D.C. Metro Police to report our findings."
we found that both the Disrupt J20 and the DC Anti-Fascist Coalition were plotting to shut down some of the inaugural balls that were occurring, using butyric acid, shutting off sprinkler systems. So we're thankful that the FBI and the task force is looking into this, and we hope that there will be charges brought soon.
Just to be clear, we don't have a problem with people protesting peacefully or voicing their First Amendment rights. That's protected by the Constitution. But in this case, Disrupt J20 says openly that their plan is to shut down the inauguration. The question is, where do these people draw the line? Do these individuals and groups have any problem with what we're reporting here? Stay tuned, because next we go deeper and deeper into the...
Now, there's another video. I have not watched it, so bear with me. And there's a part 2 that's coming out today. Where is it? Where we got it. Let's back this up. And he sends out a tweet and says, Green, who planned the acid attack, sent a follow-up email CCing our journalists.
Video showing that the anti-fascist group was planning to release butyric acid into ventilation shafts instead of sprinkler systems. They said that they were just playing along and they knew they were being recorded. Well, we have evidence now that shows that definitely is not true. First, they waited for our story to come out before they refuted it. And our meeting at this dinner was over a month ago. And then there's this video filmed in late December where Scott Green continues to discuss the, quote, secret mission, unquote, at the Deplorable almost 2 weeks after the dinner meeting.
The time of arrival outside, we can't decide on that tonight because the people intimately involved with our top secret plan have to meet and know about that and have that finalized, first, which will happen as soon as possible.
And then there was the law enforcement aspect of this. Our attorney went to law enforcement, talked about this, and they called him back immediately. They took this extremely seriously. Our attorney met with the FBI, DC Metro Police, the Secret Service. They knew more about these guys than we did. Then there are the emails, and this is probably the most incredible thing. Our journalists from December to January kept on getting emails from these organizers of their inside plans. First, there was the email on December the 21st where Scott Green sent out the recon email about casing the National Press Club where Tyler was CC'd. There were emails in January where Tyler was continuously CC'd, including this one on January 3rd, quote, I think I've included everyone who will be considered need to know, quote unquote, where Tyler was CC'd. This is not the type of thing that would happen if they were suspect of our journalist. Over the last few hours, we've seen that many media corporations are reluctant to report this story because they can't verify if the information is true. Based on this evidence, we know the DC anti-fascist organizations are lying. But what they can't do is lie to the FBI.
I've reached out to Project Veritas because we have had them on the show in the past, and I reached out to the same person I talked with before to see if I can get someone from Project Veritas to come on again. We'll see how it goes, and we'll be keeping up. And I do find it funny that the FBI knew who these people were. This is not fun and games. This rhetoric that the DNC pushes nonstop is destructive. It is disgusting that they push this. They are causing these issues because they lost an election, because the American people are moving on from that socialist bullshit policy that was a huge failure. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Meet. Oop, wrong one. Dang it. Ah, man. You know, every time you think you have everything set up. Oh, if I didn't screw up once at broadcast, it wouldn't be my show. You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and hppundit.com, and we will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
Good morning.
I'm Michael Wright.
And I'm Shannon Wright.
Okay, folks, that's not how it goes. I think I'm Shannon, and you're
so.
Michael.
Yeah.
Okay. We are The Right Way with Shannon and Mike.
Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Live on SHR Media.
And on TECN.
Where we'll be talking about all kinds of things.
From sports and politics.
To food and entertainment.
To money.
Family.
And anything else in between.
Community, holidays, all kinds of things.
It'll be great. Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our Gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. We also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
The bloviating Zeppelin. He's Bigfooted enough radio shows to last a lifetime, courtesy of Sean, Clint, Ken, and Jersey Joe. Now it's time for him to waddle on his own 2 feet via the glorious SHR Media. Gird thy loins for the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon. Coming soon to articles near you. Excelsior.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplains.dailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying calf for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover is here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, and then these groups just piss me off. There is no reason for this, and I'd be saying the same thing if Hillary won and conservatives were acting like children, which, yeah, chances of that happening were very low. I know, there was the discussion of the birth certificate. Oh, dear me. You know what? They talk about Trump's tax return. Well, it took how long for Obama to show his birth certificate, which no president had ever not done before like that, in that context. So, you know what? This bullshit is just that. Just bullshit. Crying on and carrying on, it gets old. It gets very old, very quick. But these protests are just... The rhetoric's one thing, but taking it to... And it's not protesting. It is not protesting that I have an issue with, actually. They've taken it past protesting, and they're going to, actual violence and what's rioting and just anarchy. And they're against fascism and all this, but they're actually supporting it. That's the funny part. They're supporting it. Their actions are supporting I don't know. Obama did another farewell interview. I think it's like his 20th farewell interview on his farewell tour. Yeah, you're not a rock star. He's given more farewell tours than Rolling Stones have. Well, he took a shot again. Oh, of course. And blamed the corrosive nature of talk radio and fake news, providing two of the most unpopular presidential candidates in history. I read that and I went, taking a shot at Trump. Wait a minute. He said two of the most unpopular presidential candidates in history. Damn, he just took a swipe at Hillary. It made me freaking laugh. He took a nice little swipe at Hillary on his way out. How's that make you feel? He took a swipe at Hillary. She's too dumb to realize it. It's beautiful. Beautiful. It's a beautiful morning. He went on. You had two of the most unpopular presidential candidates selected by the two parties in history. Doesn't that say something's wrong? Something serious is wrong? Asked the host, Steve Croft. Obama responded, it indicates that there is a lot of cynicism out there. It indicates that the corrosive nature... Why am I doing it? Don't ask me why I was reading that in my head, especially with like a Texas twang. It indicates that the corrosive nature of everything from talk radio to fake news to negative advertising has made people lack confidence in a lot of our existing institutions. I think it indicates, at least on the Democrat side, that we've got more work to do to strengthen our grassroots networks. Yeah. About that. That's funny. Oh, the rhetoric is strong in him. The rhetoric is strong in him. I mean, how many times do we got to hear this? And he constantly is attacking the news because it's talk radio is one of the main media that stood up against him. It's about people such as myself, Sackheads, BZ, Ken the Conservative, the list goes on, because we got tired of the BS and we stood up and we did something about it. And he doesn't like it. He is a bully. That's all he is. That's all the Democrats are anymore. They're bullies. They attack you. If they don't like what you have to say, they attack you and try to shut you down. Bat phone. I'm getting a slew of spam calls anymore. Actually kind of annoying lately. Blocking a lot of calls. Blocking the calls. It's... I just want to... These people just need to zip it. It's getting kind of... The rhetoric's getting old. It really is. But this attacking... That's all he does. Talk radio. I couldn't scam the people. It's not because he's black. It's because I did not like what I saw in the country, so I stood up and I did something about it. I stepped up and did something that I never thought I'd have the guts to do. Good, bad, indifferent, I do it. I do it because I'm tired of the bullshit from the left. And I know it pisses him off. If Trump pisses me off, I'll talk out against Trump. I don't give a shit. I am not beholden to a party. I am not beholden to a person. I am beholden to an idea. And if you don't hold to that idea, I will not stand for it. I mean, it's a simple process here. I don't agree with everything Trump says. No, I'm not going to sit here and pick it apart right now. I have talked about it on the show that I don't agree with this or that. And anybody, I don't like when, I agree 100%. Everything he says, I agree. No, that's not the way it should be. I mean, the chances of you agreeing 100% are low. It's... But it's comes down, Obama's trying to take as many last swings as he can, trying to start as many fires as he can on the way out the door. We have, what is today, Tuesday? Oh, God, it's so close. Let's get the countdown clock. Where is it? I had people laugh at me when I pull this up. My parents would say it, and I'll pull it up, and they'll just start laughing. We got exactly 3 days and 22 minutes until Trump is inaugurated. That is a good feeling to me. Hopefully, Obama's busy packing. And hopefully he doesn't pull a Clinton where we have to go through their bags to make sure they're not taking things like the Clintons did. I don't think they will, but hey, I didn't think the Clintons would either. And no, that's not partisan politics. If you went and checked the history books, they were taking shit. And we thought we could take this. We thought it was part of the going away gift bag. Some bullshit excuse they came up with. It's... The end of error, ERROR, is upon us. They're throwing their hissy fit because they know deep down inside. And I was talking to my parents yesterday about it. And they're nitpicking on such small stuff. They're doing it because they really don't have much to go on. So they're trying to start issues because they know they're in trouble. Their policies are going to hurt them. His policies are going to hurt them, I should say. Sorry. Kind of blonde moment there. What he's going to do with this country can destroy the Democrat Party for years to come. He does it right. And he's a man that he opens his mouth about stuff. He doesn't back down. And he'll come out and he'll push back where Mr. Reagan didn't verbally attack. Trump opens his mouth and tells you what he thinks without fear. And that's what we need, someone that goes back at these damn Democrats. Because this whole shit with John Lewis, oh, he's a civil rights hero, you can't say anything. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. It wasn't even a civil rights conversation. And he's pushing conspiracy theories. But we'll talk about more about John after the break. You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, and we will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
Good morning.
I'm Michael Wright.
And I'm Shannon Wright.
Okay, folks, that's not how it goes. I think I'm Shannon, and
I
you're
think so.
Michael.
Yeah.
Okay. We are The Right Way with Shannon and Mike.
Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Live on SHR Media.
And on TECN.
Where we'll be talking about all kinds of things.
From sports and politics.
To food and entertainment.
To money.
Family.
And anything else in between.
Community, holidays, all kinds of things.
It'll be great. Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our Gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. And we also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
The bloviating Zeppelin. He's big-footed enough radio shows to last a lifetime, courtesy of Sean, Clint, Ken, and Jersey Joe. Now it's time for him to waddle on his own 2 feet via the glorious SHR Media. Gird thy loins for the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon. Coming soon to Ossicles near you. Excelsior.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on SHRmedia.com and HighPlainsDailyNews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. You didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mud Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm making sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover has arrived. I just totally stumbled all over myself. Welcome back. So let's talk about John Lewis. And he's not going to the inauguration. Well, it seems John Lewis loves to boycott Republican inaugurations. Because, surprise, surprise, he didn't go to George W. Bush's inauguration either. What he said in calling Donald Trump, President-elect Donald Trump, that he's not a legitimate president. And then Trump responding has nothing to do with fucking civil rights. Nothing. So everybody bringing that up are just trying to distract from reality. Because, well, somebody stuck their nose in something and shouldn't have stuck their nose in it. Or basically made a comment that they shouldn't have made a comment on. But it's acceptable. Because it's civil rights. Listen, great, civil rights. Nothing more important. Understandable. But running your mouth and then hiding behind that is a coward. Just as Mr. Khan, running his mouth, then hiding behind the death of his son, saying no one can say anything back. If you're going to attack somebody, you better expect a return fire. And the Democrats aren't used to it. And they're used to that if they scream racism, everybody shuts up. Well, guess what? We're not shutting up anymore. We know that game. We're not playing it. So sick of this. Democrats playing partisan politics nonstop and then scream, oh no, we're not doing that. The Republicans are. Anybody with a brain can see what the hell you're doing. And people are getting tired of it. Been doing this for over 8 years now. Well, 8 years now, and you've been losing with it. Understand, this is the same man who boycotted Bush's inauguration, falsely claimed the Tea Party demonstrator said the N-word to him. He falsely accused John McCain and Sarah Palin of racism because they were running against President Obama, well, Senator Obama at the time. And he loved the Democrat George Walsh. Never threw a bomb, but he created the climate and condition that encourage. He always brings up climate change or climate change. Civil rights into it and racism of the past and tries to throw it on people. Well, you know what? That's disgusting that every time he has a disagreement, he's got to falsely accuse him of racism to try to shut the conversation down. Falsely accusing like he does is just as bad as the racism. I get sick of it. I've heard it so many times that I'm a racist. I've heard so many times I'm an anti-Semitic. I hate Jews and all this. I'm a skinhead. Yeah? Well, explain to me this, people. If I'm so anti-Semitic and I hate Jews so much, why did I marry into a Jewish family? Simple. Why did I do it? In 2012, again, John Lewis accuses the Republicans of wanting to take America back to Jim Crow. When elections come around, all of a sudden, everybody's a racist. This falsely accusing to fit your political narrative to win elections is disgusting, repulsive. And Representative John Lewis is doing it nonstop anymore. Democrat Party, you don't agree with us, we're going to call you a racist. I'm just... I'm tired of it. It's ridiculous. And it's harming race relationships. It's causing this tension in this country when you have rhetoric like that being spewed out there nonstop for political gain. They put men and women at risk in this country so they can gain a political foot. They don't give a shit about race relationships. They care about getting reelected. That's all they care about. And then James O'Keefe just put a tweet out, and the guy deleted his account. That's funny. It's fun. The attack of the conservatives. These people make disgusting comments, and then accounts get deleted because these aren't real people. The left is hiring people to create Twitter accounts to attack. I'm mortified. It's getting dangerous in this country. It seems people forgot what war is about, and the left is dead set on starting them. They can't start one with Russia. It seems they're trying to start one in the country. And it's scary, people. That's scary. They're dead set. They're not the party of peace. They're not the party for minorities, women. They're the party of opportunity, and what I mean by that, whatever gets them to move ahead. Another person, I was a Democrat, never will be a Democrat again. There's like two more people in that timeline saying they used to be a Democrat and they're tired of the bullshit that's going on in the party. They're seeing what's going on. It's, I don't know. The one thing I don't do is I don't trust polls anymore. I haven't since, well, they said Hillary Clinton was going to win. Because I see these polls that says Obama's approval rating is all high. Yeah. I don't believe that shit as far as I could throw it. I just kind of blows my mind. It does. It makes me speechless. And I know it's not good for the air, but it just makes me speechless. This atmosphere that the Democrats are creating and pushing us to. They want a war for whatever reason. Probably make money off of. They cry about the pharmacies. The big pharmacies making all the money, and they're getting kickbacks. They're getting millions of dollars from the pharmacies. They speak the rhetoric on Capitol Hill. They don't do anything to change it. They tell you how much they hate the pharmacies. It's all rhetoric. It's yipping to the people, telling them what they want to hear. But in the background, they're getting paid billions not to do nothing. And then the Democrats also scream and cry about the cost of health care and pharmaceutical costs. Forgetting to tell you that in the 90s, because Europe wasn't doing good financially and Canada wasn't doing good and America was so rich, they made deals with insurance companies that Europe and Canada get lower prices. Pharmaceuticals, they made the deal. They get cheaper prices, and we pay the higher cost to make up. Because we're a richer country. It was behooving us that we had to do. We had to do this because we are the country with the money. And now they're crying because, well, it's breaking our back. So they want to make themselves look good, and they don't want you to know that they struck these deals. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio. We will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
Good morning.
I'm Michael Wright.
And I'm Shannon Wright.
Okay, folks, that's not how it goes. I think I'm Shannon, and you're so. Michael.
Yeah.
Okay. We are The Right Way with Shannon and Mike.
Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Live on SHR Media.
And on TECN.
Where we'll be talking about all kinds of things.
From sports and politics.
To food and entertainment.
To money.
Family.
And anything else in between.
Community, holidays, all kinds of things.
It'll be great. Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. We also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
The bloviating Zeppelin. He's big-footed enough radio shows to last a lifetime, courtesy of Sean, Clint, Ken, and Jersey Joe. Now it's time for him to waddle on his own 2 feet via the glorious SHR Media. Gird thy loins for the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon. Coming soon to Ossicles near you. Excelsior.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
A team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying Kafka is stupid, bro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. Just letting you know, the list is like 46 elected Democrats are not going to go to the inauguration. New York Times ran how it's patriotic not to go to it. Whatever. The rhetoric is strong with those butthurt bitches. All right, we got some breaking news, actually, out of the Fort Lauderdale shooter. And what is it, ABC News? I don't know where, but they're saying that they were told by investigators that Esteban Santiago's initial destination may not have been Fort Lauderdale, but New York City, where he had made reservations to fly in on New Year's Eve, but for some unknown reason, he canceled the flight, and a few days later booked a one-way ticket for $278 to Florida. New York City's counterterrorism officials are investigating Santiago's plan to visit the city and whether he planned to stay in New York or transfer to another flight. Well, and then there's other news. Hang on. Authorities are investigating Esteban's claim that he had been in contact with ISIS terrorist groups online. Let me say that again. Esteban Santiago told his interrogators that he had been in contact with the ISIS terror group online. Proving once again that this terrorism, it's far-reaching. and it's dangerous. We can't ignore it. We cannot ignore it. Literally, our lives are on the line. So, as I was saying, they're saying calling Trump illegitimate is patriotic. But yet, I seem to remember attacking Obama wasn't patriotic. The rules that liberals have are so goddamn confusing. The same papers that are saying it's patriotic were the same ones saying we had to shut up and blindly follow Obama are now saying that we can't question our government. When does this rhetoric end? Oh, my head. It really is scary. The justification that they're doing. I don't know. I remember, and also being patriotic was a bad thing, Harry Reid said. Those were domestic terrorists. Those who call themselves patriots are domestic terrorists. But now that it fits in the favor, so to speak, in what liberals want to do, patriotism is a good thing. Kind of confusing. The rules are very confusing here. Very confusing. They talk about authoritarian. What the hell do you think we were under with this goddamn cocksucker president? He tried ruling with a pen and paper. He tried being a dictator. And if he think he could have got away with it, he would have stayed in office. Oh. The left is really losing it. I guess they don't like Trump's diversity coalition because Marcus Lamont Hill called them mediocre Negroes. Yeah. Imagine if something like that was said under Obama administration. The hypocrisy is just, oh my God. Overwhelming. Overwhelming. So the Huffington Post contributor Hillary Clinton's failure to win even 20 states means she is a legitimate president-elect. She couldn't win 20 states, and that's supposed to mean she's president-elect? Hillary Clinton is the legitimate president-elect, Huffington Post headline. The evidence is clear. Hillary Clinton is the rightful president-elect, and courts must use the broad discretionary powers with which they are vested to enjoin an illegitimate president from taking office. And here we go. Again, we have the left that wants our government to override the votes of the people because their feelings are hurt that they lost. Hillary lost. She lost the Electoral College, which all that matters. She couldn't even win 20 states. 20 states. Couldn't even get that out of 50. So excuse me if I'm not all weak in the knees over your rhetoric. Because it's clear evidence that you're a moron. It's clear evidence you don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's clear evidence that you're trying to justify overthrowing the American vote. Now, I had said that she had won only 13 before. I made a mistake. She won 19. Well, 19 and a half. And one District of Columbia, where Donald Trump won 30. $30 is way higher than 20. But this article got shared by the leftists. They shared this on social media as if that's going to change something just because they shared it on social media. And I love this, how I keep hearing about it, peaceful transfer of power, as there is such a... I've never seen an administration try to trip up the incoming administration like this one has. Absolutely unbelievable. They talk how Trump barely won, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Well, there's several states Hillary barely won also. It drives me up a wall Because they want California to elect all of our presidents. Because she won by 3 million votes in California, and that's what they're crying about. Oh, the final White House press conference. Last time we have to listen to this asshole lie to us. It's on. I get so tired of it. I know you guys do, too. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio. We will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
Good morning.
I'm Michael Wright.
And I'm Shannon Wright.
Okay, folks, that's not how it goes. I think I'm Shannon, and you're
think so.
Michael.
Yeah.
Okay. We are The Right Way with Shannon and Mike.
Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Live on SHR Media.
And on TECN.
Where we'll be talking about all kinds of things.
From sports and politics.
To food and entertainment.
To money.
Family.
And anything else in between.
Community, holidays, all kinds of things.
It'll be great. Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. We also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
The bloviating Zeppelin. He's big-footed enough radio shows to last a lifetime, courtesy of Sean, Clint, Ken, and Jersey Joe. Now it's time for him to waddle on his own 2 feet. Via the glorious SHR Media. Gird thy loins for the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon. Coming soon to Ossicles near you. Excelsior.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. You didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying cough for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of senseless, but Jesus friggin' Christ. So, Josh Earnest giving his last press conference, and who comes out? Obama. Mister, I've given my last interview, comes out like a washed-up has-been rock star trying to grab the spotlight one more time. Coming out with a bunch of rhetoric that's not really relative. Basically coming out looks like chastising the media for printing what he was going to do and trying to spin it as attacking him. Here, let's listen to him for a moment.
Who, the longer you know him, the better you know him, the more time you spend with him, the more you're tested under tough situations, the more that initial impression is confirmed. And I have now known this guy for 10 years almost. And I've watched him grow, and I've watched him advance, and I've watched him marry, and I've watched him be a father.
And I've watched you give speeches that say nothing,
younger people,
a bunch of words strung together, not to make any sense.
He's never disappointed.
No, he's disappointed, all right.
The guy you wanted him to be.
All right. I'm sorry, I can't take this. I'm going to throw up. Now, what's come out is there is a letter, and it starts out, a demand for Russian hacking proof. More than 20 U.S. intelligent, military, and diplomatic veterans are calling on President Obama to release the evidence backing up allegations that Russia aided Mr. Trump's campaign, or admit that the proof is lacking. Now, you'll know they don't have the guts to do either one. They have no proof. They have nothing. They're just doing this to attack Trump. I've never seen a sitting president that's on his way out act so childish like this one. But it starts out, memorandum for President Barack Hussein Obama from veteran intelligent professionals for sanity, subject to key issue that still needs to be resolved. As President-elect Donald Trump prepares to take the oath of office Friday, a pall hangs over his upcoming presidency amid an unprecedentedly concerted campaign to delegitimize it. Unconfirmed accusations continue to swirl, alleging that Russian President Vladimir Putin authorized Russian hacking that helped put Mr. Trump in the White House. As president for a few more days, you have the power to demand concrete evidence of a link between Russian and WikiLeaks, which published the bulk of the information in question. Lacking that evidence, the American people should be told that there is no fire under the smoke and mirrors of recent weeks. We urge you to authorize public release of any tangible evidence that takes us beyond unsubstantiated, we assess judgments by the intelligence agency. Otherwise, we, as well as other skeptical Americans, will be left with a corrosive suspicion that the intense campaign of accusation is part of a wider attempt to discredit the Russians and those like Mr. Trump who wish to deal constructively with them. Alleged Russian interference has been labeled an act of war and Mr. Trump a traitor. But the intelligence served up to support those charges does not pass the smell test. Your press conference on Wednesday will give you a chance to respond more persuasively to NBC's Peter Alexander's challenge at the last one on December 16 to show proof. And as they say, put your money where your mouth is and declassify some of the intelligence. You told Alexander you were reluctant to compromise sources and methods. We can understand that concern better than most Americans. We would remind you, though, that at a critical juncture in the past, your predecessors made judicial decisions to give higher priority to buttressing the credibility of the United States intelligence-based policy than protecting source and method. With Kremlin widely accused by politicians and pundits of acts of war, this is the kind of textbook case in which you might seriously consider taking special pains to substantiate serious allegations with hard intelligence, if there is any. President Obama won't release shit because there is nothing. All the intelligence reports, when you read them, do not name Russia. The Democrats keep running their mouths about Russia because it fits their agenda for politics. This current president is continuing his play of politics and putting national security at risk. He's putting peace in this country at risk because he wants to play politics on the way out the door. You have rhetoric after rhetoric. There's no proof, just a lot of accusations, and we have politicians running and trying to make those accusations facts. Well, just because they spew it doesn't make it truth. Anybody with a brain that has read over those intel reports can see that they are fitting the information and twisting it to try to pad their rhetoric. NSA is not credible in my eyes. They're playing politics. Brenner is playing politics to protect his boss. FBI has protected Hillary by not charging her. And don't give me this because he came out and said that they're opening an investigation again. She should have been charged the first time. But you had the head of the DOJ, Attorney General Loretta Lynch, meeting a suspect under investigation, meeting her husband in private, and then announcing there's no charges. She should immediately recused herself. Obama still had control, but it would have given a little bit more appearance that they're trying to be neutral. Anybody else in America would have been charged. We have these agencies that are supposed to be void of politics, playing politics. Our intel community has been playing politics. And I don't want to hear this, well, you can't say nothing about the intel. You can't attack our intel. You'll embarrass them in front of the country. What have the Democrats done for the last 16 years? They've done nothing but attack. Oh, they want to justify that because they did it. The hypocrisy is overwhelming. Now they're talking and saying, well, the media be tougher on Trump than they were on Obama. Jesus Christ, they had their lips so far up Obama's ass. Will. Yeah, they will. There is no question on that. It's absolutely ridiculous. The intel, I don't trust as far as I could throw them. It's a joke. You have GQ magazine. This is how far these idiots are going. There is no such thing as an illegal immigrant. According to the men's magazine GQ, that puts naked women in the magazine, has a legal piece. And that the only people that use it are basically Republicans, Breitbart News, Trump. And God forbid, when Trump went after Merkel and called her policies with illegals a catastrophic mistake, that in doing so, Trump used dehumanizing language that won him so much support in America, but technically speaking, there's no such thing as an illegal or even an illegal immigrant. This is language designed to separate and distance us from a particular sort of criminal behavior, which we do not use in other contexts. Well, if there's no such thing as illegal, then murder can be done? Robbery? Or is it only to people that break immigration laws that there's no such thing as illegal? GQ, you pick and choose when you want to enforce laws. The liberals are picking and choosing. The law is the law. Fuck off. I'm sick and tired of this argument. I really am. It is a very basic concept. We have immigration laws. Follow them. You don't like them? Get your representatives to change the laws. So tired of this crap. It's the same thing over and over again. They're upset because Trump is going to stop illegal immigration. Sessions will follow the law. They want to pick and choose what laws they want to follow that helps them. You want to talk about an authoritarian or fascism or whatever the terms they want to use? That is a government gone crazy. It makes me want to hurl. They do. There is illegal immigrants. There's laws. There's immigration laws. You come in against those laws, you're breaking that law. To break that law, you're illegal. Even somebody of my stature can understand that. I'm surprised these college-educated assholes don't understand. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense. We will be back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show, also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you can be part of the SHR broadcasting team. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
Good morning.
I'm Michael Wright.
And I'm Shannon Wright.
Okay, folks, that's not how it goes. I think I'm Shannon, and you're
so.
Michael.
Yeah.
Okay. We are The Right Way with Shannon and Mike.
Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Live on SHR Media.
And on TECN.
Where we'll be talking about all kinds of things.
From sports and politics.
To food and entertainment.
To money.
Family.
And anything else in between.
Community, holidays, all kinds of things.
It'll be great. Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. We also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
The bloviating Zeppelin. He's big-footed enough radio shows to last a lifetime, courtesy of Sean, Clint, Ken, and Jersey Joe. Now it's time for him to waddle on his own 2 feet via the glorious SHR Media. Gird thy loins for the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon. Coming soon to Ossicles near you. Excelsior.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplains.dailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying cough for the stupid
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe. I want to play 2 video clips. Kind of off track of what I've been... But it's... because they want to talk about Russia. I want to go down memory lane.
Russia, I indicated, is a geopolitical foe. Not a, excuse me, it's a geopolitical foe. And I said in the same paragraph, I said, and Iran is the greatest national security threat we face. Russia does continue to battle us in the UN time and time again. I have clear eyes on this. I'm not going to wear rose-colored glasses when it comes to Russia or Mr. Putin. And I'm certainly not going to say to him, I'll give you more flexibility after the election. After the election, he'll get more backbone.
A few months ago, when you were asked what's the biggest geopolitical threat facing America, you said Russia. Not Al-Qaeda, you said Russia. In the 1980s are now calling to ask for their foreign policy back because, the Cold War's been over for 20 years.
And what do we have now? Non-stop blaming of Russia.
A few months ago, when you were asked what's the biggest geopolitical threat facing America, you said Russia. Not Al-Qaeda, you said Russia. In the 1980s, you said Russia. Not Al-Qaeda, you said Russia. In the 1980s are now calling to ask for their foreign policy back because, the Cold War's been over for 20 years. Because, the Cold War's been over for 20 years. Back because, the Cold War's been over for 20 years.
Now, let's go on to another little tidbit. Where did that one go? Hillary. And all this rhetoric with protesting of Trump and not accepting, saying he's not a legitimate president. They're not accepting the results.
Flashback to when Hillary Clinton said refusing to accept election results was horrifying.
Well, Chris, let me respond to that because that's horrifying. Every time Donald thinks things are not going in his direction, he claims whatever it is rigged against him. This is a mindset. This is how Donald thinks. And it's funny, but it's also really troubling. Okay. That is not the way our democracy works. We've been around for 240 years. We've had free and fair elections. We've accepted the outcomes when we may not have liked them. And that is what must be expected of anyone standing on a debate stage during a general election.
He refused to say that he would respect the results of this election. Now, make no mistake, by doing that, he is threatening our democracy.
Joe Scarborough couldn't control his laughter as Hillary is now calling for a recount.
I'm sorry. Okay, hold on.
Please,
hold on, that's
stop,
funny.
Joe.
Hold on.
Stop.
All right,
Joining
so
us now.
wait, hold on a second. No, he's threatening our democracy if he does exactly what she's doing on September 28th, which he said, I am holding open my options and all legal rights to challenge anything. I mean, they're going to try to move this around, but you take what Donald Trump said. All he did was leaving open the option to do exactly what Hillary Clinton's doing.
Voices
I'm
here.
just curious, the other say, is democracy threatened, or is this actually what people do? This is what people do in elections. Hillary's doing what people do. But when Trump even suggested it, well, democracy was at risk for saying I'm going to leave open my options. This is the way. This is why you're all going out of business.
Okay, joining.
You still don't get it. You're still being hypocritical.
Please
you can
stop.
get it wrong, like in the primary. That's fine. You get it wrong in the general election, but you keep getting it wrong.
The hypocrisy of the left continues. When it suited them, they tried making fun of Mitt Romney. Now, it's a joke. Because now everything's Russia's fault. It's sickening. And that's what makes me say, yep, this is a political ploy from the left. Nothing more, nothing less. Disgusting. Tired of it. He's not even in office, and I hear all this rhetoric. And so we're going to get him impeached. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Good luck. Oh, now Paul Ryan thinks he's going to be smart and pick a fight with Trump. I guess his liberal side, he's finally coming around to the Democrats again. He's an absolute joke. Haven't trusted him. Didn't believe all this nice shit. Yeah, typical Paul Ryan. Same shit, different day, and this is why Trump won, because people are tired of politicians like Ryan. I mean, this is on both sides of the aisle, and they have to watch out. Yeah, Ryan won right now, but he does too much. And he very well could be on his way out. And who else? Rubio, Mr. Convenience. When he was running for president, he attacked Trump. When he was running for re-election as senator, Trump was his best friend. Now that he got elected, he's acting like a Democrat again. Yeah. Could you imagine? Just please, just sit back. Close your eyes. And all this rhetoric. And just think that it's was done, going to be done for Hillary. Yeah. Yeah, the right Republicans such as Paul Ryan would be up in arms over it. Oh, wow, Obama's going to get out of office. What's the first thing he's doing? He's going to go on vacation. He just got back from vacation. He's going to take another vacation. Absolutely ridiculous. The electoral science deniers. Oh. It's a joke. And with that, yeah, coming to the end of the show, it's the rhetoric over and over again. It gives me a headache. It really does. It's absolutely amazing, the double standards that the Democrats have. What is it? Oh, and he's heading to Palm Springs, California, and that's going to be on, guess who pays for that? And it's on Air Force One. But it technically won't be Air Force One because Obama will no longer be the president. You understand the party that I'm going to throw on Friday? Oh, I can't wait. Trust me, I've been looking at that countdown clock. But yes, we got to keep the fight up, and this includes going up against those that call themselves Republicans. The John McCains, the Lindsey Grahams, the Ryans, the Marco Rubios. We need to get better candidates and put them up. But with that, I will see everybody tomorrow. You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio. Have a great day. You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense with its host, Jersey Joe. You can tune in every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on hppundit.com and shrmedia.com.